this video I'm going to talk about how to build muscle without weights. Now, believe it or not, this is actually possible, but we have to be realistic. If you've already built up the foundation of your muscle using weights in the gym, you're going to struggle to add any significant amount of muscle on top of that by using body weight. But that just makes sense, doesn't it? Because you're reducing the amount of resistance that you were previously accustomed to using. However, it is possible to at least maintain some or most of the tissue that you built with your weights, and if you haven't already been training very much, you can actually build quite a decent amount of new muscle tissue without weights at all. Unfortunately, most people associate bodyweight training with high reps, and they believe that there's no way that they're going to get seriously strong with bodyweight training alone. And they would be absolutely correct. Simply by increasing reps is not going to provide enough overload in order to build muscle. To build muscles and get stronger, you have to place the muscles under tension by adding a significant amount of resistance. This is not possible with high rep work. To make bodyweight training an effective method of building muscle without weights, you have to progressively overload your muscles in the same way that you would do in the gym. Progressive overload refers to the idea of placing demands on the body that need to be increased over time so that the body is going to continue to build muscle. Without it, your muscles have no reason to grow or adapt to heavier loads. To be able to build muscle without weights, you need to continually challenge your body with increasingly difficult exercises, just as you would by increasing the weight in the gym. That means working towards harder versions of exercises. So if we use the push-up, for example, instead of just doing a push-up on the floor, you could do it with your feet elevated, or you could get someone to push down on your back on the way up. So you're just trying to increase the difficulty of the exercise. This will ensure that you're constantly challenged. The harder versions of these exercises will require higher levels of full body tension, which can lead to huge strength gains. Working towards these exercises takes a great deal of patience and dedication, but it is very rewarding. As ever, you have to focus on the quality and quantity of the sets, reps, and exercises to ensure that you're adequately challenged. Bodyweight exercises are part of a group of exercises called closed kinetic chain exercises. Closed kinetic chain exercises are basically a movement whereby either, for example, your hand or your foot stays in contact with the surface so it doesn't move from that surface. The great thing about these exercises is that they engage multiple joints and muscles in each movement. They require a great amount of muscular and neurological stimulation. They demand more in the way of coordination and stability. And if you're trying to create a circuit, they're great because it's very easy to move from one exercise to the other, as there's no equipment required. The best bodyweight exercises. Now, although there are some pretty advanced versions of exercises that you can work towards, it's really important that firstly, you master the basics. Now, the exercises that use the most muscles are the ones that you need to be focusing on. So they're going to give you the best bang for your buck. The kind of exercises I'm referring to are basic exercises such as squats, push-ups, lunges, sit-ups, these kind of exercises that recruit a large amount of muscles in each movement. Make sure that you push the muscles until they nearly fail on each set. So it's more than just getting a bit of a burn, but you should actually struggle to be able to complete another rep. Track how many reps it takes you to get that feeling and aim to improve on it each time. Slow down. Perform your reps slowly and try to maintain tension on the target muscles at all times. Always try to make the exercise as hard as you can, so you take the course of most resistance. Fight the urge to speed up and get it over with as it starts to become uncomfortable. Focus your mind on using your muscles in the best way possible. If necessary, close your eyes and focus on feeling. Don't just move from A to B. This is what we call the mind-muscle connection. If you don't focus carefully on the muscles that you are trying to target and just go from A to B, you will find that perhaps you don't really feel it in those target muscles, and perhaps you feel it in surrounding muscles instead. So an example of this would be if you are trying to do bicep curls, but you're not really focusing carefully on your posture and body position, and in fact you feel your shoulders a little bit more than you do your biceps. This is very common. Not only is this common, but it's also very common for people to suffer from shoulder injuries whilst trying to train their biceps. Now, if they were training their biceps correctly and focusing on that muscle group properly, the chances are they wouldn't be getting shoulder injuries. So you can see that there are many advantages to slowing things down, focusing properly, and making sure that your body positioning and your posture are correct when you're doing the exercises. Don't rush through things.